Hi, welcome to Go Digital website. And in this video, we're going to learn about SEO website planning. And the topic of today is going to be SEO childcare website planning. And the first thing that we're going to have in this video is we're going to have an introduction to a childcare business. And as well, we're going to have a plan for a domain name for a childcare care business. And as well, we're going to have a call to action SEO diagram. We're going to have the main menu. We're going to have the main pages call to action SEO diagram. And as well, we're going to have the footer menu diagram for a call to action for SEO as well. And as well, we're going to have a information website layout, which is going to be the front page, the About Us page, the Programs page, the Services page, and the Subscription page. And as well, the Licensing page, the Contact Us page. And as well, at the end, we're going to explain how to make a website, what are the costs of making a website. So we're going to be needing getting a domain name, web hosting, whose privacy, and as well SSL certificate. So we're going to put here a subtitle, and then we're going to move to the side, and then we're going to do the bullet points. And as well, we're going to introduce how to get a website with no extra cost after getting the domain name, the web hosting, the host privacy, and the SSL certificate, which is going to have basic modules, basic products, basic blog, basic contact form, basic format, and how to be search engine optimized. And as well, there's another way how to make a website, which is going to be an advanced search engine website. This is going to be a simple search engine website. And with the simple search engine website, you can be search engine optimized and put all your business information, your services information with no extra cost. But the advanced search engine website will have extra costs. And here we go, the advanced search engine website. And right here, the advanced search engine website, they have extra costs and it's made with the CMS app, WordPress. But this is advanced and they will have cost for the page builder, the $49 a year, the elements, $17 a month, and as well the WP Rocket, $49 a year. So you have to add up all these extra costs here in order to have an advanced search engine website, which we're going to speak a little bit more further on this uh, subject topic at the end of the video. Okay, so we're going to go back all the way to the top here so we can get started with the introduction. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the introduction, and I'm going to read to you the introduction. If you are in the business of childcare, however, to be successful locally, you must do SEO childcare website planning. Most likely, you are going to want to have more customers by appearing on the internet search. You can achieve doing it by either starting to do childcare on site or on board. It is important that you add the location for your childcare business. The best way to start getting customers is that people in your area and other areas notice you are a child care worker. To achieve that, you must start a simple search engine website with all of your details and your childcare services and expertise. You can show your expertise by adding a few customer reviews to your website. Another way is by making a few blog posts explaining popular methods for the programs that you offer. For example, toddler, preschool, school, and more. To get started with the childcare website, the first steps are to plan what is going to be your domain name. Then make the main menu sketch diagram for your main page's SEO call to action and footer menu sketch. Afterwards, you can use our simple guide for childcare simple search engine website. Lastly, submit the website address and sitemaps to search engines and search map. And these the search maps, they can be local search, okay? So local search maps here. All right, so we got this part of the introduction. The It's important that you may have a website so you can appear locally. People notice that you are serving as a childcare worker and they will find you. It could be people from different areas. Sometimes they come from a new area and they want to look for a childcare worker when they just arrive. And this way, if they search the internet, they most likely they are going to find you. And so I have some friends, they sometimes they go visit another friend, some other part of town, and they look in a childcare worker just for one day, but they have to search the internet so they can find the childcare in this new area as well. Okay, guys, so let's go back here. Plan for a domain name for a childcare business. It is up to you whether you want to start your childcare from a home location or your home, from a business location or your home. Remember that all business that appear on the internet have a domain name registered and a website. You can get started with it at godigitalwebsite.com. But before you must search what domain title you are going to pick to stay within the childcare commerce category. So you could easily search for a domain name as follows. If you are located in Vermont, you can simply use vermontchildcare.com. Or if it is not available, you could use your name, street name, or simply your name initial, or try something that you have in mind. Then search the domain name like this: streetinitialchildcare.com. Try different options and get what you like the most. It is important that you keep the childcare or daycare word in your domain title for search engine optimization. If you want to learn more, watch our video on childcare website planning, which is this video right here. You can easily do it by adding either the city, streets initials, or name to the childcare without any dashes for better search engine results. Okay, guys, so we're going to go to godigitalwebsite.com and we're going to make we're going to search for a domain name to see what is available in the daycare. This could be childcare or daycare. So we're going to do first Vermont. Let's say I live in the street of Vermont, and then I'm gonna put childcare like this. So this one, it looks like somebody already owns a childcare in Vermont Street or something like this. Okay, so let's go different ones. So childcare. Let's say, for example, I live in Tavern Street, and I can get started with my street is named Tavern, and then I go childcare, and then can register here. See, and then most childcares, the businesses, they are home businesses, most of them, and then they can easily choose a street name so they can start their own childcare business, and it's very simple. So let's go here and then let's go for another street that would be H Street or something like that, and then H Street Childcare is also available. And let's go Broadway. Let's see if we have Broadway. So it's a popular Main Street as well. Broadway is also available here, and then you can do childcare or daycare. And this one is available. And let's go this one. And this one is available. So there's many streets that you can get the childcare or daycare business. Just see if it's available for registering. And as well, you can use your daughter's name, your son name, or you can use something that you may have in mind. And you can say some people they like to use different uh, uh, versions of a daycare. They have something in mind and they just get started on that. Sometimes they got the teddy bears or something like this. And this one they might not be available, but this one they see the teddy bears or the care bears. Sometimes they go like this, the care bears like this, and this already not available, but whatever you may have the, and then you can whatever you can go childcare here, and as well is not available, see, and then you can do loving bears. And this one is available, but there's many different options that you can choose for whatever you can have in mind, or you can have a street name or whatever you want to do it. Okay, so this is how you first find out which domain name you want to get for your childcare business, if you want to call it childcare or you want to say it's a daycare. But you have to search first, and then when you are almost ready with this, get started on your SEO website planning, which is this one right here, what I'm giving to you right now. Okay, so I'm going to include the links on the bottom of this video if you want to hire a web designer, so you can turn in this information for the website planning, and this way you can they can have all the information that you're going to include in your website. They have it ready for you. They can finish the website in 1 day or 2 days depending how their schedule is. And right here, the next thing that we're going to do, the so we're going to have the information website layout, whether you want to watch the videos as well, how we do the website, you can do that as well. Or if you're planning to hire a web designer, it's important that you have this information here for the web designer, so they can come here and they can copy and paste this information into your website, and they can finish the website in 1 day or 2 days, depending on their schedule. And they go here and they just copy and paste all this information that you may have here, and they're just gonna put it in the website, and you're gonna add some images and all of that as well. Okay, so now let's go here for the call to action sketch and diagram. So the main menu is important that you have a logo here. You have the About Us page, the Programs page, the services, and you're going to have the services in-house, on board, toddler, preschool, school, the contact us, and the blog as well. The front page in the simple search engine website, this page here, we have to remove from the navigation, but in the advanced website, we can include it here. But the front page has to be removed from the navigation, and it has to be removed from the navigation from the footer as well. It's important that we follow this rule here. And if you build a website and nobody tells you these rules here, you're going to have search engine optimization problems. Your website is not going to be fully optimized. So it's important, if you're going to make the website yourself, that you follow the SEO guidelines. And you can watch these videos on the bottom of this video. I'm going to include videos how to make a simple search engine website with no extra cost, how to get started with the domain name, web hosting, and as well whose privacy, and as well the SSL certificate, how to get started in the website with no extra cost, and do the SSL, do the logo, the favicon, everything, the pictures and everything, and how to include your information and how to follow this SEO diagram here that is right here. This is very important, the easy navigation call to action SEO diagram. And as well, I'm going to show you how to remove the front page from the navigation as well. This way you have an idea. You are more than welcome and invited to watch the video links. If you want to do the website yourself, you can do that as well and skip the prices of the spending of how much a web designer will charge you for having a website. Okay, so right here, this is the for the for the logo, the about us, the programs, the services, the subscription button here. This will take you to the subscription page. And as well here, it will the diagram, we're gonna have the front page right here. And then from the front page, we're going to click to the programs page, and then we have to have a button back to the front page. In this well here in the diagram, we're going to go to the About Us page, from the main page to the About Us, and then we're going to have a button back to the home page, to the front page. And then here in the services, we're going to click to the services page, and then we're going to go back to the front page. And the contact us, the same, we're going back to the front page. And in the blog, when you have a blog, you create the blog. And make sure I also going to include a video on how to make a blog. And this way you can have whatever you have in mind to write about. Make sure you make some links going back to the front page, or maybe going back to the services page, or maybe going to the subscription page so they can subscribe or something like this. And as well, you can send them, give them a link to your reviews, whether they are going to be in Yelp, they are going to be in Facebook Marketplace, or they are going to be in the Google My Business profile. Okay, so we remember to follow this circle rule that whenever you go to the programs page, you come back to the front page. To the About Us page, come back to the front page. From the front page to the services, come back to the front page. From the front page, come back to the front page when you go to the contact us, and so on like that. So it's very important you follow this SEO rule, the easy navigation system, so you can have much more uh, your users, they can navigate to your website much easy, and this will give you higher rankings. Okay, so right here in the footer menu, we're going to have the social media buttons, whatever is social media like this here, and then you're going to have the about us, the contact us, the programs, the services, the subscription. And remember, we don't supposed to put the front page here. Over here, we could put it here, but in the simple search engine, we have to remove this one here from the navigation up here and the navigation down here. Once you do it remove it from the navigation, it's not going to appear here, and it's not going to appear here either, but you're going to have your logo here where they can click like this. Okay? So it's important you do that like this. And right here, we're going to do this thing here for the about us, and as well you're going to have the about us. You're going to put something here. Sometimes you put your address, and you can include a link on the bottom of here of your footer. And when you include the link on the footer, you can say the directions to you're gonna say directions to our location, and just like that, okay? And right here, you're gonna have copyright childcare, but remember, don't make this the front page, okay? Don't put childcare.com here and then put a link here back to the front page, because this will remove you from the search engine, okay? So it's important that you follow these rules, because if you don't do this, it's gonna be much harder for you to appear on the search engines. And as well, you're gonna have a privacy policy. The sitemap is important. You add a sitemap. Licensing here, the use terms of use. You say this business is licensed, and you don't really have to include your number or nothing. Just let them know that your business is licensed just for legal matters, for anything that could happen. We never know. So you just make sure, if you're going to have a childcare business, it's very important that you have a license for this business, because you can have the whatever happening here. They cannot come here and then tell you here that they wanna go over your personal things and stuff like that, and they might sue you or something for not having a license. Okay, so it's very important you have a license for this, and this make sure you have an LLC license for better things, for better licensing. And as well, you have the blog as well, but you don't really have to include it here. Just make sure you have your pictures and your licensing credentials here in your wall, someplace in your business, and just like that. Okay, guys. But here you just have to tell them. I'm gonna explain to you that about how to include the licensing in your website. Make sure you watch these videos on how to get started for the SEO. Okay, and over here, after we done all this sketch right here in the website, it's important that we have the information ready, because it's going to take much more time for us to finish our website if we don't have the information ready. It's going to take more updates and more time to build the website. We can do as many updates we want, but it's better we have the information ready. And if we're going to hire a web designer, it's way much more important to have the information ready, because the web designers, they're gonna charge you every time they want to update something, and if you don't have any information, they're gonna take more time to finish your website, and it's gonna take a lot more time to have a good website. And the search engines, what they do here, they publish information in the internet. And if you're going to make a website with no information, with no blog or nothing, the search engine, they're not going to have anything to publish on the internet. So it's important that you have information, so the search engine have information about your business to publish on the internet. If your business does not have any information at all, the search engine is not going to have information about your business published in the internet, because that's what the internet does. They publish information in the internet. So if you want your business to appear on the search engine results, whether it's local search or search engine, it's important that you have this information in your website, because no information, they're not going to publish anything because they have no information. So it's important that you have information given to the web designer, so they can publish the information about your business on the internet search. Okay, so over here, let's talk about information. Just hold on here, and then we're going to go. Okay, we're gonna go to Pixabay here, and then we're going to search for an image, for a child care image. Okay, it's gonna include it here, and then we're looking for something, any image that is going to be related to the child care. And let's go here. Let's go here someplace. But if you already have the childcare, the business license, and so we call it this, okay? So we're gonna do this. Make sure you download the smallest version, okay? Because we're going to optimize this image, okay? I'm gonna show you how to optimize the image. And over here, you say, okay, web designer, this is my information here. I have my information written down here, and I want you to pass this information into the website. and I want this image here, this image right here. So I'm going to insert an image. I want this image right here, and then you're going to reduce this image here. Okay, so you're going to reduce this image, and I want this image here. And let's go here. So something happened here. So I want to reduce this image here. And you say, I want this image in the cover image, so they can find it. They can find it in the image file folder. So you're gonna give them an image file folder, and as well you're gonna give them this website information, the layout, so they can come here and they say, okay, so this is the about us. So I come here to the about us. So they're gonna come here. Let's, for example, this is the loving care bears, the loving bears child care. And then you're gonna say, okay, so this is my business here. I want you to put this here, and it's important that you have this. They're gonna put this image here. So I want you to put this image here, this image right here, and then you're gonna put it like this, okay? You're gonna make it small like this, and then the web designer say, okay, so they want this image here. I want to include this image, so I'm gonna look it up in the file image folder, and I'm gonna put it in the cover image. And over here, you're gonna create your subtitle. So I'm gonna provide you this document, this Google Docs document. And the bottom of this video, I'm gonna include so you can download this document. And it's important if you're gonna hire a web designer, it's important that you have this information ready. You come here and then change this here. And then you change the subtitle, you come here, you say, okay, we are proudly helping parents take care of their children. And something like that. Whatever you have in mind, you have to come here and then you're gonna put it right here like this, okay? And then the web designer just gonna come copy and paste all of this information into the website, okay? So over here, so you're gonna have buttons for the contact us and two buttons. You're gonna have two buttons right here. You're gonna have two buttons and one to the contact us and one to the subscription. And right here in the homepage, you're gonna have a programs, the module. You're gonna have this program module here, and you're gonna have an image here. You're gonna have an image here. You're gonna have toddler. You're gonna have preschool and school as well. And however you wanna do it. Some childcares they only do preschool, and some they divide this here. It all depends whether you have enough space. That's how they do it. But this business is in demand. So once you appear in the search engine, the people are gonna start asking you for to help them, because some of these businesses they have limited vacant subscriptions. So if they try to find someone, they want to find someone that have the availability to take care, okay? So it's important that whenever you getting started on this business, that you appear on the search engine, and this way you can get customers as soon as possible. Okay, so you have this image here, this image as well here. You have the toddler, the preschool, the different programs that you may offer, and as well you can change this information here, and as well like this, okay? So right here, we're gonna go to the contact us. We're gonna click this button here, and we're gonna go all the way to the contact us. So over here in the contact us, is having a contact us is going to be a legal page because you're gonna include the parent full name, the child name, the telephone. You're gonna make this form here, and you're gonna include the childcare title, the for in-person subscription call or visit our location. You're gonna put the telephone number, you're gonna put the address location, the location address, and then you're going to include a link to Google Directions with the button back to the front page, okay? So you're gonna have a button here that is gonna take you back to the front page, okay? So it's very important that you go back to the front page, okay? So we're going back to the front page here, and then from here, but whenever you get this information website layout, uh, before you get started on hiring a web designer, you must have the domain name and the SSL certificate and the web hosting and all of this, which I'm going to explain in a little bit, because the web designers, they just gonna make the website for you. And if you have all of this, the domain name and everything ready for them, they're just gonna make the website for you, much easy and everything, okay? Because they can just come here and design the website. If you have this information ready for them, they're gonna say, okay, they just want me to make the website and just like that, okay? So now we're going for the subscriptions here. We're gonna go back to click to the subscription page, and then here, so over here in the subscription page, you're gonna include the childcare title for in-person subscription call or visit our location, and telephone number, location, address, link to Google Directions as well. And for the childcare business, not necessarily you have to have an advanced search engine website, because most of the time the parents, they're gonna bring their child. It's like an in-person business. You can take care of the payments and everything when they come here to your childcare. They come here to your childcare place, and they can just give you the payment right there, whether you take credit cards, whatever you, however you do it. But you don't, not necessarily you have to make the advanced search engine website. You can go ahead with the simple search engine website that has no extra cost other than just the domain name, the web hosting, the SSL. You don't have to really pay for this, for all these extra expenses that it's gonna cost you. And this one, you have no extra cost. You can get started with the no extra cost other than just paying the domain name, the web hosting, the host privacy, because it's an in-person subscription page, and you can also send them an invoice or however you want to do it here. So you can take care of all these in person and just go like this here, and then make sure you have the subscription page here with the form, and then the link to the Google Directions as well, and a button back to the front page. And let's go back up here, back to the front page. Okay, so right here, we come to the section of the homepage right here, and then we're gonna have the programs module here, where we're gonna have the programs, the button to programs page, and then we're gonna have this, the toddler, the preschool, the is school, and then you're gonna include the description here. It's important that you have this description ready for the web designer if you want to hire a web designer, or if you just want to follow how we do this here, you can are more than welcome to watch the videos how to make a simple search engine website. And as simple as that, you can just make the website yourself. You can just come here and watch the videos and get started on your simple search engine website. Okay, so this rule here, where you see the H1 here, you see the H2 here, it's important that we follow this rule for the SEO guidelines. If you're gonna have heading 1 up here, then from heading 1, you can go to heading 2 here. You go from heading 1 to heading 2 here, and then you're gonna have this heading 2 here, but you don't put the H2 on the website, okay? You're not going to include the H2 on the website, but we're just going to, so I can explain you this. So you cannot have heading 1 here and have heading 2 up here, because by doing so, you have heading 2 up here and you have heading 1 down here. The search engine is not gonna publish, they're gonna publish you, but they're gonna hide you someplace. So if you wanna be in the high rankings, it's important that you go from heading 1 to heading 2 down here. And if you wanna go from heading 2 here, and as well heading 3 here, you can put heading 3 here, heading 3 like this here, heading 3 like this. But if you think that this heading 3 is too small, the word, you just can go from heading 2 here and heading 2 here. And it's important that you have these two heading 2s here and you do not have heading 3 here. So you have to balance this in heading 2 here, and you cannot have heading 3 here. I mean, it's heading 1 here and heading 3 up here. So you cannot do this as well. So it's important you go from heading 1 to heading 2 here to heading 2 here, and then you cannot have heading 1 here. And it's important that you follow this rule. You can easily go from heading 1 to heading 2 and keep going with the heading 2 like this. Heading 2 and then heading 2 like this, and just like that, okay? So this way you cannot have the heading 1 down here and then heading 2 and then heading 1, because this will cause a problem for search engine optimization, okay? So it's important that you follow this rule here, okay? So we're not going to include the H1 as a text, but we're going to make it a heading 1, and this we're going to make it a heading 2, and then we're going to make it a heading 2. So just stick to heading 1 and heading 2, and just like that, okay? And this way you don't have a problem with the heading 3 being the text too small, and just like that, okay? Just put it like that, heading 1 and heading 2. Okay, so we're gonna go, so now we'll touch bases on the headings, the guidelines about the SEO. We're gonna go from the programs, from the home page, from the front page, we're gonna go to the programs page. So we're gonna go to the programs page here. Okay, so this is the programs page, and you're gonna say title to programs, whatever programs you may have, the childcare programs, you say this is our title. So we're gonna have this childcare programs, and then you're gonna include your subtitle as well. Make sure you make changes to your subtitles, and as well you find a cover image for your website, okay? So you're gonna include this cover image. So you may use the same one here, and then we're gonna include it here. And then we're gonna come here and just tell the web designer, if you're gonna hire a web designer, however they wanna do your website, and you want the website or you wanna do it yourself, you can get started with the simple search engine website. And if you watch the videos, you can easily just go ahead and get started on your child care program. And so this is the website. They can follow up here and they can see, okay, so I have this thing here, so I'm going to include it in my so this is what they want. So I just gonna search for this image in the file folder, and they're gonna come here and put it in your website. Okay, so in the programs page, we're gonna come here, we're gonna have buttons, two buttons. From the front page to the subscription page. And right here, we're gonna include a H2, the heading to title, quote to childcare programs, and you're gonna include the small quote, 20 words or more or less to 20 more words. So make sure that you have 20 words per sentence, okay? 20 words per sentence, but not necessarily you have to put too many words, you know? When you're making a blog, that's when you have to make more wording, okay? You have to include, but in your main pages, you don't really, not necessarily you have to include too many words, okay? Just about just explaining the basic details of whatever your program is going to be, and your business information, and you include an image here, and then you have the small quote. Make sure you change this for the web designer, and you have all this information for the web designer, whether you want to do it, someone do it for you, or you want to do it yourself. You can watch the videos on the bottom of this. I'm going to include videos on how to get started on a simple search engine website, how to make a blog, how to do the SEO, how to submit your website to the search engine, and as well to the local search. Okay, so this way you can start getting customers from local areas. And sometimes the people, they come to the area and they want to say, okay, can you take care of my child for one day? I want to visit here for one day. I gonna see my friend, and I just need my child to be taken care of for one day, few hours, and they come from different areas. Okay, so it's important that you have this search engine website, because you're gonna appear in the search engine, so you can start getting customers into your door. Okay, so over here we're gonna have the toddler, the program for toddlers, program for preschool, and the school program as well. And then you're gonna have register a subscription button right here. And then from here, they're gonna take us to the subscription page, okay? So we're gonna go to the subscription page, and right here, they wanna go back to the front page, and they subscribe, they ask for details. Here, they can call you up over the phone. And as well, the programs page, let's go here, the program. From the programs as well, we have a button back to the front page here. So we're going back to the front page, okay? So we're going back to the front page, and this is the About Us here. It's important that we include all these call to actions in the home page, the program's call to action. And now we're gonna go down here, the About Us call to action. So now from here, this is the home page still, and then we're gonna go to the About Us page. We're gonna go to the About Us, and this is the About Us. And right here in the About Us, we're gonna have a call to action back to the front page, to the subscription page, and then we're going to explain the About Us. Our mission statement is, and then you just put whatever the mission statement title you're going to have. You're going to include images that explain about how you do business with the childcare. And then we go here, and then if you want to include the licensing details, you not necessarily you have to include the license number, but if you want, I don't know if they ask you to make it public. Some businesses, I seen businesses, they make their license public, but you only can put it in the wall here. You can put it in the wall of your location, just put it there. And then over here, you can say, okay, so the requirements for license, we are certified, and we got safety and regulations and all these, and then just like that. And they can visit, just tell them, okay, we are licensed business, a fully licensed business. You can say like this, fully licensed business, just like that, without including your number or anything, and just use it for legal matters. But you have to tell them that your business is fully licensed, and you have this image here that represent your business and all this. Okay, unless they ask you to, I don't know, really know, they ask you, but for as a web designer, I don't have to include any license number or anything. So it all depends on the business model. I'm not sure, but this is how they do it here. Okay, guys. So just put business is fully licensed, and just tell them that whatever you are certified for the childcare, certified for safety and procedures, and the state they give you the license and stuff like that. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so you come here to the About Us, and you're gonna have the first the so right here, just gonna put the bio for your owner or the person that you can put here. This is the first, last name, childcare owner. Put the bio and the name if you want here, and you put a small description here. And over here as well, if you have gonna have a staff people working with you, you're going to have, this is the staff number one. You're going to include the image, the name of the staff, and so on here, okay? And then right here, one answers to questions, contact us button. So they click to the contact us page, and they're gonna want to go to the contact us. And in the contact us, if they have any questions, message, they can leave a message here. Say, okay, so we have the message here, and they can go like this, okay? They can go like this, and they can send the message here, and this child name, and so on like that, okay? So we can go like this, okay? And simple as that. And they go here, and they have this information here, and they can ask you the questions, or they can call you over the phone. They can call you up over the phone and then ask you for these questions. They know this information here, and they go like this, okay? So we come here, and then we come here to the, so you can include the, so we're in the About Us page. So this is the programs. So we are here in the About Us page. So we include this information, subscription to the button here, to the subscription page. And just like that, if you have the fee for the subscription, you can do that as well. And you can create a product and so on. Okay, guys, so over here in the services, then you're going to include, okay, so this is the programs we offer here. Remember, we go the H2 here, the H1 in the cover title here, and then we go H2 here, H2 here, H2, H2 here, and all these H2 here as well. And we go H2 here, and we go H2 right here, okay? So simple as that. And we go here, and then right here, you're gonna say H2 as here. This is our programs, toddler, preschool, school, services on board and on site, okay? So the on board is is that the child care staff member, they go to the house or someplace to take care of the child. Some of the babysitters, they go on board, take care of the child while their parents are working someplace, okay? And the on-site is that they come here to your location, they drop the children here to your location, okay? So this is how it is work here. Okay, so from the services, that's how it is here. And then if we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna click to the front page, and we're going back to the front page here. So this is the easy navigation. See, we come here, and we have the contact us. We visit that page, the subscription we visit already. So we have the programs page, and now we're going to the subscription we visit here, and now we're going to have the services, the call to action in the home page, in the front page, to the services page. And right here, so we can change this. Make sure you change all this information for the web designer to make this website for you. If you want the help, if you cannot go as the videos follow, if you want to hire a web designer, it's okay. So they can do the search engine optimization, everything for you. And if you cannot handle this, it's okay. Just hire a web designer. And I'm going to include a link in the bottom of this video if you're planning to hire a web designer. I'm also going to include a link so you can download this document here, and you change all the information about your business and just turn it into the web designer, so the web designer can easily come here and copy and paste all of this information and build a website for you, okay? Whether it's a simple search engine website or advanced search engine website, whatever you want to do it, but you can get started with the simple search engine website is with no extra cost, okay? Just pay the web designer and pay the domain name and all this, but you don't have to pay extra cost for the advanced search engine website. They have extra cost, okay? So over here, we're going to come here for the services button, And then we're gonna go navigate to the services button. So this is the services page, and then you're gonna say this loving cares. The loving cares, for example, whatever you wanna call it, your childcare, loving bear services here, and then you're gonna change this information, and then you're gonna include the cover image here. You're gonna include the cover image. So you're gonna include the cover image here. So we have this here, and then the buttons back to the front page to the subscription, two buttons here. And then you're gonna have the image here, whatever image that represent your child care. You can include here the services, the whatever services this on site and on board. So just make sure that you put something that represent the on site image and something that represent the onboard services. So just include it here, different images that you have to put it here. So the web designer, they have these images ready. I want to provide you this document, but I'm not going to include any images. No images here, so you have to make sure that you get these images somehow and then give them to the web designer, because unless you find a web designer nearby your area, they can come here to your business and take pictures. But today, almost everybody know how to use a camera. You can use the camera and your smartphone camera and take pictures. Simple as that, you know. And or sometimes you can come here to the Pixabay and look for daycare pictures here, and you can easily download some of these images here, and they have no copyrights, and you can do this here as well and just give them to the web designer. But you can use some of the images that you take pictures of, or you can simply go to Pixabay and download these images, some of these images here. Okay, so we go here, and then over here you have more images. You change this description here, and you change all this information and give it to the web designer. And you're gonna have a register a subscription button here, and just like that. In the toddler, you're gonna include the toddler, the small description, and as well the small description for the preschool, and something if you want to include the image as well here. You want to include the image for that, you can do as well here. However, you do the business here and something like this, okay? So we go like that, simple as that, and we go like this, and we include these images, which we change this less to 20 words, less or 20 words, like this, and we just put it like this, okay? So it's important that we have this information ready for the web designer, because if you're gonna start a website and you hire a web designer and you provide them no information, the web designer, they say, I cannot work with you because you don't have any information. So it's important that you have this information, because with no information, the search engine, first of all, they're not going to publish your website on the search engine because you have no information. With no information, you're not going to appear on the search engine. You have to have information to appear on the search engine. And if the web designer, they decide to make a website with no information, you hiring the wrong person. So it's important that you hire someone that tells you, okay, you're going to have this website, I want the information. If you're not going to have information, don't hire this web designer. You have to have this information. It's important because they're going to turn to you, they're going to charge you for money, and the search engine is not going to give you they're not going to publish your website because you have no information. So it's important that you have this information and you give it to the web designer. And and it's important that your website appear on the search engine, because otherwise you have no information, your website is never going to appear, even if you hire a professional web designer, because the professional web designer must know this. You must have information to appear on the search engine. And if a web designer does not provide you a website information template, don't hire them. Don't hire them. And I'm going to include a link on the bottom of this video here. If you want to hire a web designer, just make sure that you download this document here. And this you have the web designer, and then I'm going to ask you for this information to have this information, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to appear on the search engine, okay? So it's important that you have information before you have your website made, okay? You have the images, you have the information, and everything ready, okay? So it's important that you have this information. Okay, so this is the programs page, and we're going to have a button to the contact us. We covered the contact us already. We have the subscription covered this, and it's important that we follow this, the information layout, because otherwise no information, your website is not going to appear on the search engine. And it's also important that you do this here, the H1, the H2 as well. And if you think you can do the website yourself, it's pretty easy. To be honest, just follow the video tutorials that I'm going to put in the bottom of this video here. And this way you can get started on making your own website, your simple search engine website. You don't have to do a advanced search engine website for this type of business. You just can come here and do it like this. Now we're going to go down here to the Go Digital website, simple search engine website, and you have to have a domain name, web hosting, whose privacy SSL certificate. You can get started with the domain name, with the web hosting, the whose privacy, and the SSL. And then the site builder has no extra cost. If you're going to do a WordPress, they're going to have extra costs here. The advanced search engine website and page build. You can make with the WordPress, you can make a simple search engine website here. But if you're going to have the extra cost and you're going to make a simple search engine website, why do the WordPress? Just come here, do the simple search engine website with no extra cost, and avoid doing the WordPress, okay? Because you're going to have paying $49 a year, $17 a month, WP Rocket as well, the Yoast SEO, $99 a year, and so on. Okay, guys, so you can get started with this here. So to get started with the simple search engine website, you must go to godigitalwebsite.com. You're going to go to godigitalwebsite.com. We're going to come here. And here, you can choose for a plan. You can easily come down here and follow this post right here and just get started on your website here. You just read this post here, get started on your website. And if you want to do it that way, you can do that as well. Just follow the video tutorials on that. And over here, you're going to have to get a plan here. So first, we come here to the plan. You can get started with the Pro Advanced. This is the commerce plans, okay? The commerce plans is for every business, okay? So these ones here are more for the student type. They want to learn how to make a website. But if you're going to have a business, it's important to start here, okay? You come here and just do it like this here. And just click here. And then you have to do a username, and the billing cycle is going to be every 12 months. Here you have to pay for every 12 months for the billing cycle, and then you have to do the domain name search here. So let's go here and let's go .com. So we're looking for the .com. Okay, so it's right here. And then we're gonna put Loving Bears Daycare, okay? So something like this. We're gonna check for availability. And as you can see, this is available here for register this website. I'm not gonna pay for it or not gonna get it registered, but this is going to be like this here. And then the first thing that we have to get here is our domain name, which is going to be $7 a year. And then the host privacy, and then we're gonna go here. So the host privacy protection is going to be that every time a business get registered, they include it in the host directory, like the same they do for telephone numbers. You register a telephone number, they include it in the white pages. And telemarketers, they like to go search in the host directory and they like to search in the white pages. So if you're not protected, your information is going to appear here. And most likely a telemarketer is going to call you to try to sell you something. And if you have a website that is unprotected, they probably want to sell you something that has to do, okay, we want to help you build your website or we want to help you do something better here. And they want to try to sell you something like that. So it's important that you protect this information because telemarketers, I don't know, I don't trust telemarketers. Nobody does because they just call you here, they want to sell you a service, and you don't know what these telemarketers do, you know? So I just don't trust them, okay? Because they call you here, they don't show any credibility here, they just call you here and they keep calling over and over here until they want to sell you something all the time. So if you protect your information here, we're going to have a company whose agent here. We're going to have the name John Doe Incorporation.com here, the private whose shield.com here, email, and the whose agent address. So we're going to protect your information from telemarketers here. And so nobody called you up here and tried to sell you something because I do not trust the telemarketers at all. They just do the cold calling all the time. And who knows, they might not be selling something that is legal. So we don't really know. Okay, so it's important that you have this information here protected. And this is how the whose privacy shield is for. Okay, protect your information because not only telemarketers are searching for the whose privacy directory. There's some people that just do this and I don't want to really think about it, but it's more important that you are protected from appearing in the whose directory and the white pages as well. So you can have this information and nobody calls you up and nobody tries to know your personal information or nothing like this, okay? So that's the whose privacy shield for, and then we're gonna come here, and then the SSL is gonna be $19 every year. With the SSL, you're gonna have your website secure like this one here. So your website is gonna be secure, and every time you submit your website to the search engines, the search engine is gonna find out whether your website is secure. And if we go up here, this connection is secure. You see how it is? Connection is secure. But if your website is not secure, they're gonna go like here and they're gonna say, this connection is not secure. We recommend you to not solicit any services from this business. And this is how they do it. And they have this warning here, and sometimes the entire page go like this, the entire page go, warning sign, this website is not secure. We recommend you do not solicit this page here. And by doing so, many people, they wanna get your services, they're not gonna trust you. Say, okay, I'm not gonna trust these people because they don't have their website secure, and they're not gonna bring their child to you because your website is not gonna be secure. So it's important you have your website secure, and this they have this button here secure and all this. Okay, so from here we're gonna go down here, enter the who's privacy, I mean the all the information. So you're gonna include your name and whatever the domain, the name you may have. Make sure that you include your real name because you have to match this information with your license. Okay, the license and your legal documents, everything has to be legal here. Okay, so it's important you go like this, and then we go organization childcare, we go like this, and unit childcare as well, and job title babysitter or something like this, and then you include your address, and then we go like this, and we go like that, and then we go and we include our zip code, our telephone number, and simple as that. And then we go add domains. So we have all this information here. We have all of this information, and then our first year is going to be 192. So every year you have to pay for this amount here, and you go like this. And then by creating an account, you agree with our terms and conditions, cancellation, refund policy, privacy policy, domain name, registration agreement, domain name dispute resolution policy, whose privacy protection agreement. And you simply create the account and you get started on making a simple search engine website. You make a site builder with no extra cost. And if you want to do it, go ahead and get started and avoid the cost for the extra cost here. And even if you can do it yourself, you just gonna avoid paying the web designer and everything, and you're gonna have a website. Make sure you follow the videos if you want to do the website yourself. On the bottom, I'm going to include some links in the part one, how to make a simple search engine website, part two, how to make a simple search engine website, uh, how to make the blog as well, and how to submit your website to the search engines and as well to the local search. And as well, I'm going to include a link for if you're planning to hire a web designer. If you want to hire a web designer, I'm going to include the email if you want to go ahead and get started. I also going to include the link so you download this document here. You download this document and you can go ahead and edit all of this information here. Just come here and change the subtitle, the title, and all these quotes here, all these. If you want to leave the buttons, you can go ahead, leave the buttons because this is the call to action for SEO. And just like that here. And we come here and just give it to the web designer, include all of the images here, and have a file folder, the folder with all the images that you want to include. Give it to the web designers, put the image here, make it small like that, so the web designer can say, okay, so this is the image they want here. So I'm gonna look it up in the folder, and we include this image in the website, okay? And as well, for they can come here and copy and paste all of this information. Remember, if you're gonna have a website, it's important that you have information. So, because the internet search, that's what they do. They publish information. And if you make a website with no information, the internet is not going to publish your website at all. So it's important if you're going to have a licensed business, whether it's a daycare or a childcare or anything that you want to get started on, it's important that you provide this information So the search engine will give you the publish your business information on the internet. And let's go back down here. So to get started on a simple search engine website, if you want to get started, it's important that you go to the domain name web hosting whose privacy SSL certificate, and you can get started with no extra cost. And let's go back to your website. And if you want to, you can go to the business to business BPS hosting as well. You can go ahead, and this one is just get started with commerce, but over here they're gonna charge you every month. So you don't have to pay every year, but you can pay every month here, but you have to pay every month for the managed services, $16 a month. And as well, it's gonna cost you for the domain name. And then and we go like this here, and then we check available. And over here, close this for now. And right here, we have to put the host name is gonna be Go Digital. For here, Go Digital website, and then we're gonna put here dot and then login bears childcare.com, just like that. Okay, so this is a requirement. You include the host name here, and right here we can go and do all this information here. But here you will not only pay, you have to pay $16. And over here, if we go the same one BPS hosting, if you want to get started with the plan, they cost you $48 a month with 2 cores. So one core is one cash register. But the computer cash register is way much more sophisticated than a human cash register. It could be 500 times more or maybe 1,000 times more sophisticated than a cash register human. And if you go here, you can have come here, the 2 cores, you order this one here. And right here, you don't have to pay for the managed services here at all. So you just include the host name and find for your domain name as well. Your domain name here, and then you go like this. And simple as that, and then you include this. You go digital. Simple as that here, and then you make it green here. You find for a username, and as well you go like this here, and then you include all this information. You put your login bears like this, and then you include your name, and then you include your email, whatever email you may have, just include it here. So make sure that you put your email. Okay, so we go here. So we're going to provide you an email as well. So you're gonna have an email account as well with your domain name, okay? So you're not only gonna have this, we're also gonna provide you this, okay? So you can have your email over here with this domain name. So it's important that it's gonna be free to use, and you're just gonna include like this. You can include support, or you can include like this, or admin or something, or you can put the name of a staff member or something. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Simple as that. And then you're gonna go like this here, email, your telephone number, and as well you're gonna include your address. So make sure that you have this information the same as your licensing, okay? So it's important here, and then we're gonna come here. I'm sorry, and go like this, okay? And then you're gonna agree to the terms, and it's important that you follow up all this information, okay? So you're gonna come here whenever you have, and they just create the account. So your first month is gonna be $60.50. Then after that, you're going to pay for all these. Okay, so let's go here again. So we make sure we come here, we go back on this, and we go here, and the SSL, okay? So whatever your domain name was here, so we go here. So we got the .com, and make sure you register the host privacy protection and the SSL certificate, both of them, okay? So you're gonna have something like this here, and make sure it's a .com because you make the commerce, okay? So we got the .com here. So I have to go back, find this here. So let's go for this. I don't know if somebody, they might took it right now. So sometimes they take the domain names, but it's important that you get the whatever you want to have here, okay? So it's important you go .com. If somebody takes away your domain name here, so it's important you register your domain name because you never know this childcare business, it goes really fast, okay? So we go on this here, there's a childcare provider in every city. So it's important that we have to do this here. And we go here, and then we come here and do this thing here, and then we create the account. And right here, this is gonna pay for this. And it's important that you have, you're not gonna pay for the, so over here, you can do this, SSL, the SSL, the organization name, you include this, the SSL here, and we come here and you include the organization name, childcare, the loving bears, like this, and make sure that you do this information, the everything before you get started, then add the SSL, and as well the thing here for the host privacy, because we already had this in the other account. I think that's why it happened. Okay, guys, so let's go back here. So, okay, guys, if you're planning to hire a web designer, I'm going to include in the bottom of this link to someone that make sure you have a domain name, the web hosting, the host privacy, the SSL certificate, and let know the web designer. Okay, so I don't want to have extra costs when building my website. I want a simple search engine website with the site builder. They do it with the site builder. They're not gonna ask you for extra costs. They're not gonna say, okay, so this costs money here, this other things cost money here, and they go like this. They always gonna go like this. They wanna charge you for this. They sometimes they turn to you a simple search engine website with all these extra costs. And most likely, if you wanna only if you wanna make an advanced search engine website, you pay for this. But if you want a simple search engine website, just go ahead and do this here with no extra cost. Okay, guys, so if you're in the business of daycare, childcare, I wish you the best. And I'm going to include the links on the bottom of this video to get started on making a simple search engine website. And as well, if you want to hire a web designer, I'm going to include a link on that too. If you want to contact a web designer, we can go ahead and get started on a website. And make sure you download this document. I'm going to include a link to this document so you can come here and change all of this information. You come here, you change all of this information, and make sure that you come here and then just provide this. You don't have to put this, but you put the requirements here. Remember, you put the requirements, and then you come this business is fully licensed, just like that. And then you might have certified daycare and safety and regulations certificate, and so on, whatever it takes you to become a daycare. Okay, so you just include it here and just make sure this, then at the end you put this business is fully licensed. If you want to include a picture, you can include the picture of your license someplace here. You can do that as well and just include the picture without showing your numbers or something, but just make sure you include this picture if you want. And if you don't want to, it's okay, just do it like that, and simple as that. And we come here and we make the website for you. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and get started on making your own website, you can simply come here and get the domain name, web hosting whose privacy SSL certificate, and just watch the videos. If you want to do it that way, you can do that way as well. And if you are in the daycare business, childcare business, I wish you the best and have a beautiful guys. Have a beautiful day, guys, and take care. And I wish you the best. Okay, guys.